Sarah, just so I can understand your drinking a little bit better and help to get to know a little bit more about it, would you be able to do a quick exercise with me?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is not at all important and 10 is very important, how important would you say it is for you to stop drinking now that you're pregnant?
Now that I'm pregnant, I reckon it'll be very important, so about a 9.
Okay, so it's quite high. It's really up there.
Yeah.
It's very important. Can you tell me why you chose a 9 rather than a lower number?
Because I think it's very important. It's another person's life that I've got to think about, so it's important for me to take that step and be healthy.
Okay. So for you it's very important to be responsible now that you're thinking about somebody else?
Yes.
Okay. Any other reasons why you chose a 9 rather than a lower number?
Not that I can think of, sorry.
Okay, no, that's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you said before. Okay. And so on the same scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is not at all confident and 10 is very confident that you can quit drinking, where would you put yourself on that scale?
I have to say in between, number 5.
Okay, so you're about halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what made you choose a 5 rather than a lower number, say a 2 or a 3?
Because I want to, but I only have minimum support, so I don't think I really could on my own.
Okay.
And having my cousin, who I get along with, she drinks a lot, so...
Okay. So that's some of the reasons why you might not be higher than a 5. What are some of the reasons you said are halfway and not lower? You're at least halfway. You're a bit confident. What makes you a bit confident that you can quit drinking?
Because I like to prove people wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
And have you done that in the past?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell me something about that?
Because I don't come from a very rich family. We don't have much. They think just because I don't have the training, like in sport, for instance, if I don't have the training like the rest of the kids do, I won't be as good. But I enjoyed it. I wanted to prove them wrong.
Okay. So you've already had experiences where you haven't had much, but when you put your mind to something, you've really been able to achieve.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And what else? What else makes you feel confident that you can do this?
The fact that I want to achieve something. I want people to know that I can do it.
It's important for you to be able to show other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just because we're young, we're not done.
Yeah. That you've got it in you to be a good mum.
Yeah.
And that's something that makes you feel a bit confident that you actually could stop drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you also mentioned your family. Can you tell me a bit more about that, adding to your confidence?
Because at the start of my pregnancy, they weren't supportive. They were very angry and disappointed. So now that they're easing up and they've decided that they're going to support me with what I do, it makes things easier. Like, if I can have their support, then I know I've got something to fall back on.
Right. You feel safer now that they're being a
Yeah.
bit more encouraging of you and saying that they're going to stand with you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So there are quite a few reasons why you feel halfway confident, at least, that you can really do this.
Yeah.
And what do you reckon it would take to move you up a couple of notches from a 5, say, to a 6 or a 7?
Probably more support.
More support?
Yeah.
From who? Who would that be? Who could be helpful to you?
Anybody really, somebody who knows, who can understand my situation.
Yeah, someone that can relate to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who else who might that be?
At the moment I don't know, but hopefully I can find someone.
So perhaps that's some way that one of us that's working on the program might be able to help you in terms of adding extra support.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay. So having somebody else alongside of you that understands what you're going through, that's going to help you, that would make a difference. What else might make a difference in terms of your confidence that you can quit drinking throughout your pregnancy?
Someone to talk to.
Yeah. So personal support, just having people around you that are encouraging and going to really be there for you.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that you feel is going to help you get more confident that you could quit.
Yeah, if I can get 100% support from my family and I can, move back home so I don't have the stress of money, maybe easier as well.
Okay, so then that's something that you mentioned before, is that you really use drinking as a way of relaxing and taking the stress off.
Yeah.
And now that your parents are a bit more alongside of you now, that takes some pressure off in itself. But moving back home is something that you're saying would really help you feel more confident that you could quit drinking.
Yeah, just as long as my family would support me there.
And what are your thoughts about that? About whether or not they would? Do you mean in terms of having you go back home?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure how they feel about it, but hopefully they will.
So this is something you've just started thinking about recently?
Yeah, because things are getting harder. There's money, and I don't have any money to save if I do have the baby.
Okay. So it would be really much easier for you if you were at home?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're saying is that stopping drinking while you're pregnant is really important to you. It's way up there. It was a 9.
Yeah.
And on the same scale of confidence, you're a bit lower. You're about halfway. And some of the reasons why you said that you're at least a bit confident is that you're a pretty determined person. You've shown other people in the past when they haven't thought you were going to be able to do something, that you've actually done it really well.
Yeah.
And you sound like a high achiever in anything you put your mind to.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah, I hear that. And now that your family's a bit more supportive, you think that's really making you feel a bit more confident too.
Yeah.
And the main two things that you've identified that could help you feel even more confident that you could quit drinking is if you had more supportive people around you that understand what you're going through, and if you're able to move back into home.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.